As you can see right here, I have a belt that I made that I do not really think is acceptable. So I'm going to get a new belt out of some of this new fabric that I just bought. So what you're going to do is, if you want to, you already have your own measurement. You can just use that. But I'm going to use this measurement from this belt for the width. So I'm going to place this down and then mark right along this line so I know where to cut for the length of this belt. Now I cut the buckle off of the belt. You should make two belts because this is pretty thin vinyl. So the one side is white because that's the opposite side. So we're going to sandwich those two together to make both sides look brown. So you're either going to do that with hot glue or fabric glue. Now about 11 inches away from the buckle, I'm going to make a cut so we can add this piece and put these nuts and bolts in. Nuts. So that it can hold it down. Now you're going to want to point this tip, the one that's attached to the buckle, and fold it through, but then give it enough room to put a hole for one of these screws, so then you can fasten it down. I added some holes in the belt so that I could fasten it down. And last, we're going to put a little metal piece on the edge of this belt. This little piece that I made right here kind of resembles the assassin insignia that hangs down off his belt. Couldn't get it exact, I know, but like it anyway, so we're going to put it on the edge of this belt with hot glue. Now you can seal this edge of the belt down, and then this belt will be done. Now, since this piece that was made out of Avafam broke, I made a similar looking piece, in my opinion, out of coat hanger wire, and I'm going to use that just as probably a temporary replacement until I can get something else to put between those. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to put this on the other end that hangs down. Again, probably a temporary replacement until I can get something else, or this is probably going to stay and this might change. I don't know. I made these two buckles that will eventually be attached to the shoulder belts. Now you should use the other leather fabric to make some shoulder belts respective to the size you want. Now you can start to take the other four pieces and group them together to make them two by using hot glue or fabric glue. As you can see, these belts, one is longer right here than the other, and that's just my personal preference. From me seeing in the trailer, one was longer than the other and the concept art, so I like that. And as you can see, it runs up right next to the collar up here. So that's how I'm going to make them, but you can make the buckles go down here, up here, whatever you want.